Move!
Where you're going?
Something seems to be going on over there.
Idiot! I'll be back. You can't keep me away forever. I'll find a way in. You look strong enough. Can you help me?
Depends on what you need.
Information. My brother Solon has been missing for weeks. No one listens. They say he ran away. But he wouldn't leave me alone. He wouldn't. He knows I hate being by myself. Anyway, he was last seen training at this school. I'm sure it has something to do with his disappearance. Please, can you help me find out what happened to him?
I'll see what I can find out.
You're nicer than you look. Thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. My help doesn't come cheap.
What? You would demand drachmi from a child?
I don't discriminate.
Mistios. I have some drachmi, but you must first find out what happened.
I'll prepare to be shortchanged.
I think the trainers might know more about my brother's disappearance. But be careful. Rumor has it he can take out a chimera with his bare fists. Or was it that he looks like a chimera with bare fists? In any case, I'd take caution not to look for a fight.
I don't look for fights. They usually find me. Why are there so many young athletes training at this school?
You've never heard of this place? This school is what Thassos is known for. It was founded by Tyrgenis, the famous Olympian. Many others, like my brother, train here in hopes of becoming the next Olympic champion.
Your brother must have been gone for a long time.
Weeks. It's been weeks. He would never leave me alone for so long. He used to boast about future Olympic victories and adventures. He always said he'd make me the proudest sister in all the Greek world. But how can he do that when he's not even here?
I'll find out what happened to your brother.
Please hurry. It's been too quiet around here without him.
Looks like Mikos was right. There is something going on here. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Didn't even stand a chance in that match. Look at how weak he is. That name seems familiar.
If you've come to enroll in my school, I'm afraid you're at least 10 years too late.
Shame. You must be the one training these athletes.
Have you not heard of me? I am Euthymos, Master Olympic Trainer. Under my charge, my students seize victories as easily as Theaganasses sees the bronze statue of Thassos. Everyone has heard of me.
Who? I've never heard your name before today.
Then you must be quite deaf.
I've heard other things, though. In particular, that students of yours have gone missing.
Missing? Nonsense! My students are champions! They fly towards adventure all the time. Under my wing, they will soar to great heights, like a hot-blooded Pegasus.
Do you remember a former student named Solon?
You think you can storm into my school and demand answers like an impertinent slave? You'll sooner be gutted like one.
I need to know if your school has a connection to the disappearances.
Connection? Nonsense! This is a place of blood, sweat, and brawn. The only things that vanish here are the weaknesses in heart and body.
How about we put our skills to the test?
I'd rather not waste my time or my skills on the likes of a nobody.
Sounds like you're backing down.
Don't won't work, Misthios.
Hold on, you seem familiar. I recognize you. You're in the Olympics. You're the champion, I'm sure of it.
You're mistaken. I'm not the champion.
Ha! I knew from first sight that you couldn't be the champion. You don't have the stature.
I advise you not to take me lightly.
Ha! Is that so? What say you have a go at some of my best students then?
Since I'm the Olympic champion, shouldn't I train your students instead? I'm sure they agree that I'm better qualified.
Qualified? You dare challenge my position? You have the courage of a lion, Misthios. But you'll soon be slaughtered like a goat. Prepare yourself. Face me like the champion you say you are. My loyal students! This Misthios has the nerve to challenge me, the great Euthymos, at my, our school. This is your last chance, Misthios. It can all end if you simply walk away.
Are you done talking?
Oh, we'll see what you are made of then, hmm? We'll fight like real champions. Taste my... Child's play! How dare you challenge me? Taste the true might of my students!
You won't defeat our master,
My
Misthios!
master is hardened!
For the master! Quick, get out of our school!
What is made of? My students! My pride! Show me your loyalty! All right. I yield. You've ruined my reputation. How will my students learn from me now?
You were ruined by pride. I had no part in it.
Fine. You've won. You are worthy. I'll tell you what I know. Keeping a school like this is expensive, but we receive a good lump of drachmi from this rich fellow to keep things running. He visits now and then, stinking of wine, frequently accompanied by strange men.
I assume they're not here to admire the training grounds.
I noticed that they tend to favor my star athletes, the ones who exhibit exemplary skills and performance. They watch them very closely.
Solon was one of them.
Yes. He was one of my top students, along with another boy named Nileas. They were good friends and great athletes. They stopped coming to school soon after the men came. I worry that something has happened to them.
Yet you do nothing, even when you clearly know something isn't right.
This fellow has powerful allies and influence. I've tried to do something, Mistios. I've asked questions, and I was told to stop for my own good and the good of the students. As much as I hate to admit, I am powerless.
It's best if you stay here and keep out of their way. Let me deal with this.
I'm sorry that I'm not much help.
I heard everything! How can you stand by while your students are being taken? All for drachmi?
How did you get in here? Is she your daughter?
Men like you are the webs. I can't rely on you. I can't rely on anyone. I'm going to save my brother.
Her brother? By Zeus, what have I done?
Solon
What
and
have
others
I
are
done?
missing. Maybe Nileas was going to be next. Mikos will want to know about this. Long night?
Way too long. I need to, shake this off and start training so I can defeat Nileos and ride that victory to become the Olympic. Who am I kidding? Maybe I'm just not cut out for this Olympic stuff.
I take it you're Aetis. Mikos sent me. Nileas?
Nileos? What now? Did he break another record?
No, he didn't. He's bound to his bed.
Oh, just another drunken night of celebration then.
Then it must have been quite a night.
Huh?
Nileas has taken ill. Mikos sent me here because you were the last one to see him well.
He was fine when we went to Karpos's house for the usual, dose of hedonism. But I didn't leave the party with him, or see him since.
Something must have happened at the party then.
Look for Karpos at his house on the hill. He probably knows what happened to Neleos. He's a reclusive man, though. You will need to get his attention. I'd say, smashing some of his valuable wine, the stuff that gets me this drunk, would get him to come out and play.
Thank you, Aetis. I'll look into it.
Well, I better get started, or I'll never catch up to Neleos and the rest.
Being the Olympic champion doesn't sound as impressive as traveling across the Greek world. Come work for me on my ship and see new sights. I could use someone with your arms. Strong, rower's arms.
I've always wanted to travel. And you know what? I'm sick of this training day in and day out. Count me in, Mistios. I mean, Captain.
This must be Carpus's house. The smell of alcohol is enough to know. That's what I'm looking for.
What have you done? You murdered the... Oh, no! No, no! The general is going to kill me!
You're with the cult, aren't you? What did you do to Nileas?
No! No, no, no! I'm just a business associate with them. I work for the general.
Tell me what your business is with the general, or I start removing your teeth one by one.
Malaka. Fine. I help the... More like I'm being blackmailed by the cult of Cosmos to deliver them drunk athletes for their army. The good ones fetch more. Good ones like Nileas.
And now he's very sick.
They do something to the students. It makes them different. How do you think the elite guards can do what they do? Their strength, it's not normal. Not natural.
They're definitely a rank above most soldiers. That's for sure.
I've messed up, Miss Theos. I couldn't defy them before, but with you on my side, maybe we can turn this around. The cultists always took the drunk students from my docks to a cave along the coast south of here.
Switching sides already? If I hadn't caught you, you'd still be slinking about in the shadows.
They aren't going to forgive what happened to their guards in my house, and my life is worth more to me than Drachmi. My loyalty is not to the cult.
Or Thassos. You're just thinking of yourself, trying to stay alive.
We're all reduced to that when our lives are truly in danger. Save the students for Thassos, Mystios, and cull the cultists while you're at it. That's just good for everybody.
I'll save the students for their own sake, not yours. If anything happens to Nileas, you're a dead man.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Go to the students. They are in the cave, to the south. Follow the coast and you'll see it. Good luck.
This looks like the place. This area will be well defended.
us! Please! Where am I?
Thank you. Thank you. I hope those hedonistic fiends haven't trashed my place completely. Misthios! Help! The tonic has driven him crazy! Misthios! Thanks Zeus! He was going to kill me!
This is your fault. These prisoners, they've had the tonic already.
The doctor must have come by to administer it. Only one of them has had a bad reaction. The other one looks like he still stands a chance.
Then there's still hope for Nileas.
Looks like this was quite the reinforced hideout. The cult are a bigger force to be reckoned with than I took them for.
We were lucky this time. Who can say what happened to the other students?
The cultists need to pay for what they've done. Now is the time to retaliate.
You sound like you have a suggestion.
We need to storm their ancient stronghold, Misthios. With you leading the charge, we'll kill the general of the cult guards. We can deliver them a crashing defeat here that reverberates across the Greek world.
You just want me to get the general off your back for failing him.
Happy coincidence, I guess.
This general, tell me more.
That Malaka strong-armed me into this whole mess. He's the head of the elite cult guards, and rumor has it he beheaded 8 men with one swing of his polearm.
This ancient stronghold, where is it exactly?
It's a massive structure sitting on Lemnos in plain sight. I'm told the best way to reach it is by boat.
At least now I know for sure Nileas doesn't just have a cold. Mikos needs to know about this. This is all your fault. So make sure these students get home safe.
I will.
That's right. I should go back to the doctor for the antidote. They're all dead.
Over here! Misthios!
The crew fought off what they could, but we were too late. Cursed cult guards, Mistios. Look what they've done. They've killed them. My poor pets slaughtered like animals.
We have to move! Nileas may be in danger! I'll ready the ship!
You should go. There's nothing left you can do here.
Save your strength. You may still survive this.
I'm a physician, Mistios. I know when a patient is dying. Here, the antidote I promised. I always right my wrongs, yes.
I'll give this to Nileas.
It's his best hope, but don't expect a miracle.
I won't leave you like this.
You can kill me and end my misery once and for all. Please, it's all I ask.
What exactly happened to all these people? It looks like a slaughter.
Oh, the cult guards happened, yes. It was a slaughter. They were here to send a message to you, Mistios. They know you've been snooping around.
I won't just kill you. There must be another way.
Please, Mistios. The alternative is I lay here and die slowly. Mistios, please. I'm in pain.
There was still some good you might have done.
I found him, but I was too late. If I had only known he was at the quarry all along. Huh?
See!
Bodo!
If the cult guards did this, I'll need to hurry back. Nileas, there won't be much time. I'm too late.
This is an outrage. We've had enough of those masked soldiers. They need to leave Limnos one way or another.
Why did they burn the house?
You know why, Malaka. Those cursed soldiers came down here from their cursed stronghold. They thought Mikos was up to something. Working against them, this has to end.
It will end. Those soldiers are cult guards, and there is a general among them. Don't worry. They won't be here much longer.
Yes, because we're going to go up there to end this, right?
The people of this island deserve revenge against the cult guards.
That's right.
We will storm their stronghold and retake it for the people of Limnos.
That's right. Leave us to gather our weapons, Mistios. We'll meet you at the gates.
Let's go. Ella. Apollo's chariot comes. Hold up. Come on. They won't ask any questions. Best keep out of sight. Now's my chance to take this stronghold.
Your life is over!
How can you even have any blood left?
That must be the general. I shouldn't have encouraged the villagers to fight. They're all dead now.
What did you find? Are they okay? Did you run into the crew I sent? They haven't returned either.
Not so fast, champion. We found Mikos and Nileas before the cult arrived.
Nileas! Thank Zeus!
Hello, Uncle. Let him go. He needs to rest.
We arrived just before the cult burned the house. They probably think Mikos and Nileas are dead.
You did the right thing, sending the crew to check on them. They'd be dead if you hadn't.
I don't think I would have. Except you told me to be easier on Nileas. I thought better to lend help, rather than to leave him in the shadow of my tough love.
Glad I could help. Drink that. It should help you get better.
And what of all the other villagers?
I'm afraid many of them charged the cult stronghold along with me. None survived.
Oh, such loss of life. At least I have Nileas and you, Eagle Bearer. Come, Nileas. We have much catching up to do.
Finally. I thought they would never leave.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Roxana?
Too long. Do you have some time now?
Since you joined our ship, I haven't seen much of you. What have you been doing?
Oh, you know, the typical things. Firing flaming arrows, bracing for impact, and rowing. Lots and lots of rowing. Look at these arms.
Nice. For you, Roxana, I can make time.
Good. I've got a couple minutes.
I was thinking a couple hours.
Let's try 1 minute at a time.
One less evil in the world. What's wrong?
My workers are sick. At this rate, I won't be able to feed my own family, never mind theirs.
The good news is this isn't the work of the gods, but a sickness of the body, the throat in particular. I could treat the workers if I had my medical supplies. Miss Theos, would you get them for me?
I wouldn't want them to suffer.
Well said. Such goodwill deserves a reward, doesn't it?
Huh? Of course, yes. I have something worthwhile to trade for the service. Will you do it?
I'll find your supplies.
Excellent. My tools are in Ancient Pearl, and the drugs are in Lover's Bay.
Ancient Pearl is pretty big. Where exactly did you leave your tools?
In the clinic at Vrisa Fort.
Where exactly in Lover's Bay should I look?
At the leader house in Midilini, northeast of the temple.
I'll come back with your supplies.
The faster you do, the sooner I can help the workers.
I'll go get the tools and drugs. Off we go now. That must be Vrisa Fort. The drugs are in the leader house. Vamos! Let's go! Come on. The leader house. Ella. Careful not to get spotted. These must be the drugs the physician wanted. I have what the physician asked for. I should take it back to the vineyard. Let's go.
I found your supplies. Thank you. These are specialized items. I couldn't have replaced them in time.
Oh, my grapes are saved!
I get the feeling that's all you've cared about from the start.
Without grapes, there is no work. By healing the workers, you've saved my farm. Take this.
Come on.
Bufano.
Welcome to Pefka, home of the Minotaur, and our world-famous Minotaur tunics. Tunics! Minotaur tunics! One size fits all.
I don't see how one size can fit everyone.
My name's Arsenios. If you want to know how to defeat the Minotaur and become the Greek world's most famous warrior, then this is the tour for you.
Don't need the tour. Already killed the beast.
You think you... You killed... the Minotaur?
It was an epic battle. Lots of blood.
An epic battle with a man in a mask? You were scammed, warrior. But have no fear. You're in Pefka now, a land famous for its honesty and total lack of scams.
You sell it well, kid. Let's go on your tour. You're not worried someone's going to steal your world-famous Minotaur tunics?
Who would? They're tunics for Minotaurs. As you can see from these statues, the Minotaur's a fearsome foe. So don't forget this exclusive tour theme. He hates being stabbed, particularly with sharp objects. They say it's his only weakness. Behold, an exact replica of the Minotaur. Actual Minotaur size may vary.
Where's the rest of him?
Up the hill. Some of the workers lost control moving it into place. It killed 2 of them, or stored them clean apart. Well, not clean apart.
Sounds like even Minotaur statues are deadly.
Oh, they're the deadliest. They say Theseus himself was killed by a Minotaur statue.
I've heard many tales of the Minotaur. They usually make Theseus sound more heroic.
Well, Sparta's not known for its quality education, is it? Next thing you tell me Medusa's real?
Let's just continue the tour.
Hey, in Pefka the hero's always right. This way. Look out! That rock's actually a Minotaur dropping. He must have just been through here. I can't believe we missed him. Here's another helpful tip you won't get on any other tour. The Minotaur isn't a morning person. Trust me, I know my Minotaurs. I've been in this business 27. Warriors from all over the Aegean come to Pefka to face the mighty Minotaur, hoping to claim his head as the ultimate prize. So far, well, he's killed all of them. But drinking freshly squeezed Minotaur hoof elixir will no doubt give you the oomph you need to triumph.
Where does this Minotaur hoof elixir come from?
The hoof of the Minotaur, obviously. It's right there in the name.
Uh-huh. What does this elixir do besides, give me oomph?
Depends what ails you, friend. Sore throat? Slow healing wounds? Itchy beats on parts unmentionable?
Will it cure the regret of taking unnecessary tours?
Yes.
And let me guess, you've got a vial, ready for purchase.
It's just like Peter always said, never leave home without the ground-up hooves of a mythical creature.
You never know when you'll need some Minotaur hoof elixir.
You've made a wise purchase, my fiscally responsible friend. Now come, there's so much more to see. I'm not saying I'm responsible for breaking the Minotaur statue, but I'm also not saying I'm not responsible. And so concludes our tour.
That's the tour? I didn't learn anything about the Minotaur.
My customers are always satisfied. You can pay my associates on your way out. Please enjoy the rest of your stay here in Pefka.
You're not going to get one drachmi out of me.
No, not one. I'm getting all of it. Get her! Well done, warrior. You passed the survive the thugs test. Not everyone passes that. You've earned an extra 10% off our world-famous Minotaur tunics. Or, you know what? You've given me a great tour. A tour of friendship, which I will totally pay for. Here, a large drachmi fee for your fantastic friendship tour.
A pleasure doing business with you. One more thing. I'm looking for someone named Melite, a man with influence and an obsession with masks.
Never heard the name, but there's a man in town, Leandros. He knows everyone. I bet he can help you.
Leandros? He's of no use to me.
Hey!
Yeah?
What's it like being a Mystios?
Could be worse.
By Zeus! I would have been a goner there if it wasn't for you.
Lucky I came by.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Epi. Well, Epizilos, but my friends call me Epi. Not that I have friends, necessarily.
I'm Cassandra.
Charm. You have the look of someone used to being out in the world.
You have the look of someone who... spends a lot of time reading.
I don't look like much, it's true. But when discovery knocks, what other choice is there? I have, in my possession, a Mycenaean tablet that leads to a sacred burial site. I'm calling it the Cave of the Oracle.
Good for you.
Mycenaeans were known for their elaborate grave sites, full of precious things.
How precious?
Ancient jewelry, ceremonial swords and daggers, so very precious. If you escort me, I'll show you.
How can I turn down the promise of precious things?
The fates have delivered you onto my path, and thus we travel together.
The fates have been known to have a sense of humor.
Happening upon you, hero, is fortuitous.
Glad to hear it. So, you dig through book rope?
No. Well, yes and no. I dig through dirt, too.
That's what farmers do.
I uncover our history. Sometimes, hopefully this time, it will uncover ancient wonders.
I hate to break it to you, but clay pots and dirt aren't that wondrous to most.
I've dedicated my life to it. It's so much more than treasure to be looted.
Is it, though?
It's who we are. Knowing where we come from tells us where we are headed.
You educated people in your riddles.
Some people don't care about the past. They only want to steal something that will make them a few drachmi. Imagine that.
Hard to believe.
My peers are no more than treasure hunters and art dealers.
Well, you did mention precious jewels.
These ruins and relics are notoriously hard to find. I found this one through clever searching and deduction.
Tell me more about it.
Mycenaeans held specific rituals. Some tales speak of objects made by the gods.
Yes, the gods like to play their hand on occasion.
Think of this, Mystios. How would you like to have had the gods help you in battle?
A good warrior doesn't need any help from the gods or anyone else.
True, true. But think of what we might find.
You think we'll find something with this power?
See? Now are you interested?
I certainly am.
What's this?
Stay back.
They seem drawn to this place. I hadn't expected that.
Does this have to do with whatever that name was you said?
The Mycenaeans? I don't see how they could know. It must be related to Trophonios. I'll observe them and see what I can learn.
Fine. I'll search further inside.
Wait! Take this steely piece. See if there are markings that match it.
Not much of a burial site. Mules are buried in higher places of honor. Another day. The steely piece looks like... This is unexpected. Something's in the way. This is more elaborate than I thought. This is more like it. Let's see what we have. This statue depicts a warrior. The markings match Epi's stone. Epi will want to see all of this. Won't budge. We're in the right place. Unfortunately, my friend, it's been looted. All I found was this armor.
That is highly significant. The Mycenaeans were a warrior culture, you know. So this must be a warrior's tomb.
Well, it's a decent piece, but where's the rest of it?
That was only one part of the stele. If we can find the others, I can decipher the text.
Maybe that will reveal more armor. The rest of the stele you speak of could be anywhere.
If I can find clues for where to look, are you interested in finding the other stele pieces?
I'll look for the others.
Excellent! Now, I need to see those markings. Let's go inside. I didn't expect the stele keystone to actually be a key.
I wonder what happens when all of them are in place.
Even with only part of the stele, I can start to decipher the writing.
What does it say?
I think that says of the gods.
Really? To think you were someone yelling for help not long ago.
Look at me now.
I think you're going to need all of them, though.
According to this, it seems that the stele pieces have been deliberately separated.
I wonder why they were separated on purpose.
It doesn't matter if we can find them. Will you look for the other stele pieces?
Of course. Where should I look?
According to this, the next stele is... Oh, better you than me. I can't swim. Explore the ruins of Arni.
What's the connection between this tomb and those worshippers?
The writing mentions of the gods. It's not clear which gods, though. Once we decipher more, we should understand the connection.
The armor must belong to the ancient warrior. But why remove it and spread it out across the lands?
Good question. It must have something to do with the text.
So these markings are in ancient language?
Mycenaean. There are languages even older than that, which have been lost. When this died out, sadly, we fell into a dark age.
Time for me to go. Your clue was right. I found a part of the stele, along with another piece of armor.
There must be a piece of armor with each missing stele.
But why?
This section here refers to a ritual.
It doesn't explain why the armor was separated and hidden with a stele piece.
Maybe that was part of the ritual? We need to find the other stele pieces. Are you ready?
If we found these, then we'll find the other stele pieces too. I'll go look.
Even with the full keystone in place, some of the meaning may be lost on us.
I have faith in you.
Oh! You won't believe what this section says. Of the primordial gods. Primordial.
That's interesting.
That's ancient.
It could just be a prayer on behalf of the warrior.
That's what I thought too. Until I read this part.
There is more?
It mentions that the ritual will be activated.
What ritual?
I have no idea. I'm presuming it means we need all of the steles in place before something happens.
Do you have the location for the missing piece?
This text is hard to make sense of. It appears to be a warning. Be careful when you explore the tomb of Orion.
I'll be careful. The Dark Age has had its time. Why look backward?
There is truth and insight in looking backward. Take Homer, for example. He often spoke of our past in his stories.
Huh. So digging through dirt and cobweb words is your ambition?
My role is to breathe life into the ancients.
Do any of your peers support you in this?
None. My ways are too different for them.
If you're right, you'll gain their respect after this. Do you worry that your expectations are too high? It may be a dead end.
How can it? The clues have proven me right thus far. The stele mentions a ritual that once performed will activate something.
What does that have to do with primordial gods?
I have no idea. When we have all the stele pieces, we'll know.
Time to go.